Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Alexis, and if you're cruising in 2026, you've probably seen those drink package prices popping up on your cruise planner, and you're probably thinking, whoa, is this actually worth it? Or am I about to overpay for something that I'm barely going to use? I'm talking $80, $90, even $100 per person per day for those unlimited cocktails, beers, specialty coffees, and sodas. And that's before gratuities get tacked on. Prices have climbed again this year, and with everything from pina coladas by the pool to top shelf drinks at dinner, it's easy to rack up a huge tab or waste money on a package you don't think you're going to need. In this video, I'm breaking it down for 2026, the latest package prices across major lines, the real break-even point, how many drinks you actually have to drink per day to get your money's worth, the sneaky rules and restrictions you need to watch for, and who this is genuinely for, and who should just pay as they go. By the end, you'll know exactly whether to add that drink package to your booking or save hundreds for excursions and onboard shopping instead. If you're cruising in 2026, drop a comment below with your cruise line and the length of your cruise. I just might shout you out in the next video. So without further ado, let's get into it. First up, the numbers for 2026. So prices usually fluctuate depending on when you book, the season you're booking on, the class of ship you're booking on, if you pre-book, which is cheaper, or if you purchase online, which is more expensive. Let's break it down with all of the unlimited package pricing with gratuities and extra costs to the room. Royal Caribbean's Deluxe beverage package usually ranges from $80 to $100 per day. This includes cocktails, beers, wines up to certain prices, sodas, coffees, and use at their private islands like Coco Cay. Now let's talk about Carnival. So if you book pre-cruise, it's usually around $84 per day. If you book on board, it's about $90 per day. And this includes drinks up to $20. And you do have a 15 drink limit every day on Carnival, so keep that in mind. Norwegian Cruise Lines usually is $100 to $110 per day plus 20% gratuity. Great inclusions, but no longer valid at their private island Great Stirrup Cay starting in March 2026. And so when you are on their private island Great Stirrup Cay, you will have to purchase drinks outside of your drink package. The Celebrity Premium Drink Package usually costs around $80 to $100 plus. It's often bundled with like all-included fares, top shelf options shine here. I really do like the options that are included with celebrity drink packages. Now, the question that everyone always asks themselves before purchasing a package is, how many drinks do I have to drink per day? It makes it actually worth it. So I'm going to give you guys my example of how I usually spend a sea day at sea when I have a drink package or even just a regular day. I'm going to go over how many drinks I usually do per day, so that way you can kind of get in your head to see if it's worth it. Every morning I start off by waking up and chugging a bottle of water. So when you have a drink package, water is included, and so those bottled waters, there's one drink. Then I like to go down and get a coffee. So then I drink a coffee, which is drink number 2. I then like to go to the gym, get a workout in, and then go and get a freshly squeezed juice and a protein smoothie. That's already 4 drinks just in my morning. Then, of course, I drink multiple waters throughout the day. I might have a soda here or there or like a tea, so that also adds up. Now let's get to when I get to drink alcohol. So I usually don't drink alcohol until like after 3 p.m. or more towards dinner time. I do like to have a cocktail as I'm getting ready for dinner. So let's just say that's at 5 drinks. I then like to go have a pre-dinner cocktail, and this usually will consist of 1 or 2 drinks in that sitting. So that's already at 7 drinks pre-dinner. Then let's head to dinner. With dinner, I like to have multiple drinks because I like to try multiple flavors with my food. So usually with my starter, I'll have a champagne or a white wine. We're at 8. Now, then I have a red wine or something else with my dinner. And then after dinner, we usually have a nightcap, or if we stay out later, we then have more drinks. So just in one day, I have about 10 drinks at the least. And I know that sounds crazy and it sounds like a lot, but I'm on vacation and I don't like to hold back. I like to fully enjoy myself. So if you think that you're going to be drinking at least 8 drinks per day, including water and coffee and sodas and juices and stuff like that, it's already worth it. Let's do quick math. So a basic cocktail or mixed drink is usually $12 to $15 after gratuity, and beer is usually $8 to $10, like $10 to $12. Glass of wine is $10 to $14. Specialty coffees and sodas are anywhere from like $4 to $7. So if your package costs $90 a day total, to break even, you need about 6 to 7 cocktails or beers per day to break even. Heavy drinkers like me on vacation, 8 to 10 drinks, you should break even. And light drinkers, like 2 to 4 drinks, you should break even as well. Now let's factor in sea days versus port days. So heavy port itinerary means less drinking time on board. And usually with these packages, you have to purchase for the entire cruise, or if you're 21 and over and someone in your cabin has purchased the package, they usually make you purchase it as well. Let's talk about the pros, the cons, and who this really is for. So let's start off with some pros. Some pros of buying is no checking the bill every time. This is pure vacation freedom. I love not getting a bill or having to sign a check every time I order a drink. It just makes for smoother sailing. Unlimited specialty coffees, bottled water, sodas, great for non-drinkers or families, or for just someone who really likes water. I drink so much water, and I do enjoy those specialty teas and fresh juices, and so that's what it's good for as well. These are often usable at their private islands. Now, not every cruise line lets this happen, but like Royal Caribbean has Coco Cay, and drink package does carry on to the island, which is very convenient. Now, some cons are that prices keep rising, and 2026, these prices are rising more than ever. So these can be pretty expensive, and they can add a big number check to your bill. Also, some cruise lines do have a limit, like Carnival Cruise Line, you can only have 15 drinks per day. And so that would kind of bug me as well if I purchased a drink package. Also, say you did drink really heavily and you got your money's worth one day, and the next day you're completely hungover, and that's kind of like a whole day wasted out of your package. I would skip this if I was a light or occasional drinker. If you just drink a couple drinks here and there, this is absolutely not for you. I think it's just better to pay as you go. I think skip it also if you're trying to budget out your vacation as well. Just paying for your drinks is going to be cheaper rather than like you buying the package if you're worried about budgeting. I would also skip it if you have a very port-based itinerary. If you have a port 6 out of 7 days, you're not going to be drinking on board as much. You're probably going to be tired when you're on board. You're going to go to bed earlier. And so if you have a heavy port itinerary, I might skip it. So is it worth it in 2026? It honestly depends on you. You do the math, you count out how many drinks you think you're gonna drink daily, check current prices in your cruise planner, and see if it's a hit or break even. For many, it's still a fun splurge that adds zero stress, but for others, paying as you go saves hundreds for other adventures. A couple of tips that I have for you is to buy pre-cruise. It's always cheaper to buy it before you get on board, because on board, they're not going to be as lenient to giving you a sale. Another thing is that if you aren't really a big drinker, consider a non-alcoholic package. That might work better for you, and those are usually a little cheaper. Also, watch for bundles. Sometimes they have really good bundle sales on like drink package plus Wi-Fi, so check out for those. What do you think? Package or pay per drink? Let me know your 2026 cruise plans, and if you guys are planning on booking a cruise with a drink package in 2026, I would love to hear from you. Now, if you guys found this video helpful or enjoyed it at all, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you're always updated with all things cruising and travel. Don't forget to always seize the day, and I'll catch you in the next one.